Guys, Nicole here. I'm back to share with you a video talking about potty training. No, not potty training my newborn baby girl, but there is a fun new feature that is super helpful, and I think a lot of you guys will find very helpful if you're in the process or about to or in the middle of potty training your toddler or little one, or however old that your little one starts potty training. And while my other three kids are older and have already been potty training, I wanted to talk about this basically with the idea of what I have experienced with them and what I have to look forward to when I eventually potty train my new baby girl, maybe sometime at the end of next year. Potty training itself is not an easy task. It's different with each child. I wouldn't specifically say that the genders are totally opposite of one another. I use the same techniques, although you have the additional task of teaching a boy to stand up when he pees. Pull-Ups by Huggies is such a great brand to have because it is super helpful when you're transitioning from diapers into big boy and big girl underwear, and you can help prevent accidents all around the house for a lengthy period of time, depending how long it takes your little one to potty train. So having pull-ups underwear or transitional diaper / underwear, I have been able to use that with all of my kids. And Pull-Ups also has a special quiz that any parent can take online to help give you specific tips for your child. So the tips, potty training tips, are specified towards the way that you answer the questionnaire, the survey on the website, which is super easy to navigate and answer. The questionnaire basically just asks you different things about the child's personality and behavior and stuff like that to determine what category of potty training style that your child should be in. So I kind of wish that I had this with my other kids because, like I said, each of them is completely different. They all have different personalities, so it's going to vary depending on your child. So I took the quiz based on what I would have answered for my kids generally. So when you complete the quiz, it will give you a result based on a type of animal. So I got the puppy, and depending on which animal you get after completing the survey, it lists step by step in chapters what you can do to help potty train your little one. So chapter 1 is how do you get started potty training your puppy? Introducing them to the bathroom and giving them an idea of this is the potty, this is where mommy goes or daddy goes, and just to familiarize them with the potty. Making it even more special by telling them that they have their own special seat, and just getting them familiarized and comfortable. And those are things that I think I pretty much did initially with all of my kids so far. In this chapter, it stresses that's a good time to kind of do that whole thing, monkey see, monkey do. So kind of showing your child how you go, and then hopefully they will follow in your steps. The next stage of what they suggest specifically for my puppy training program is how and when do I introduce pull-ups, training pants to my puppies. So this would be a fun thing to do if you take your child, your toddler, shopping for the pull-ups, or when you do buy it, show it to them and they have fun characters on them, so that makes it even more appealing for the little one and makes them feel like, oh, you're a big girl, big boy. Another tip too that they mentioned, which I have used myself, is to introduce a potty training book or sing a fun potty training song. I mean, based off my experience, I think by doing that, it just makes it fun and it serves as a good distraction when you're trying to introduce the potty to your little one. Chapter 3, how do I help my puppy know when to go to the bathroom? I think based off my experience and similar along the lines with what is listed here, to use positive reinforcement, to constantly use positive words of encouragement, positive feedback overall when they're trying to use the potty. So, you know, not all the kids are going to get it right away, and there are going to be accidents. The key really is positive reinforcement. So I specifically loved using a potty chart, and that is what worked for me and my previous 3 kids. And I do intend to, you know, do that with her as well. You know, get them involved with, you know, documenting what they have done, if they went pee-pee or number 2, putting check marks or stickers, and when they reach a certain amount, maybe they can get a fun little prize or a little treat. I know there's so many different techniques for this, but for me specifically, I think the best thing was the potty chart and constant positive reinforcement, just telling them they're doing a great job. Last thing you want to do is give them some type of phobia about it if they, you know, have an accident at home or outside the home, which kind of segues into chapter 4 of their potty training tips, is how and when do I transition my puppy to big kid underwear. So, you know, you can still use pull-ups for as long as you feel comfortable with it, as long as your child's comfortable with it, but of course you don't want to use them forever. Eventually you want to transition them into big kid underwear. So when is the right time to do that? I think you just kind of have to follow your gut, and you know, a lot of this has to do with, I think, nighttime especially. That's like the last bit where you will let go of the pull-ups. Training pants is when they're fully trained through the night. So there will be multiple accidents when you're attempting to do this, but I think once the accidents start to gradually minimize, then that's when you know you can let go of the pull-ups and transition into underwear. And I think what really helps with that, for me, based off my experience, is to limit the fluid intake, you know, at the end of the night and evening before bedtime, and to make them use the bathroom right before they go to bed, and also right when they wake up. And I also think making it fun when purchasing the big kid underwear, just as you had character theme pull-ups, there are also character theme underwear, so you get them involved and even use that as a prize for when they complete their potty chart, to get big kid underwear. And you know, that's really the next and final stepping stone of it all, is when you can finally be free of using diapers and training pants all together. You know, of course, like I said, it's gonna vary with each child. I think even though I didn't specifically use the methods that were given to me in the quiz, they're all along the same lines and same strategies in the same order that I did it for my previous 3 kids, and I will continue to do it with my little one when she's ready. Potty training is definitely not easy, but I think with these steps and by utilizing the survey and the steps that they give you, can definitely help. It couldn't hurt at all. I definitely will be retaking this quiz based off her personality when she's old enough to potty train. So I hope you guys will check out Pull-Up's website. I will link it down below, so if you're in the process of potty training your child, you can take the survey and complete the quiz. Let me know how it worked for you, and as you can see, her timer is running out. She's already sleepy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.